Hello there and welcome back to another video. So earlier we went through the 5 Phantimo. So pardon me if you guys hear a lot of Phantasmo because I actually misread the word. I thought it was Phantasmo, but it's actually Phantimo. Phantimo focus. Okay, pardon me if you guys like find the pronunciation a little bit off. So earlier we went through the skill set of the Phantimos, and as you guys can see right here, together with the brand new Phantimo mechanics, we also have access to Ravion, Perseus, as well as Alice. Yeah, her name is Alice right here. So let's start with Ravion first because this unit is coming soon. And disclaimer, Pioneer server stuff still subjected to change, okay? So for Ravion's kit, likely to remain the same, maybe with some adjustments in the value. So without further ado, let's take a look at her skill kit. 4 tile attack range rogue character, S rank Wilder. Okay, I mean, she belongs in season 4, so you can exchange him with the S level swap ticket, I guess, if he's really good. So let's take a look at the skill kit. So Killer Flush, 2-second cooldown, launches 15 lift card to attack an enemy. Each card deals damage plus extra damage equals to 6% of the enemy's lost HP. Okay, that's the ultimate, by the way. What 2-second cooldown though? Okay, but then there's still this energy charging, so let's take a look at the animation. Okay, so you throw the card. So each card deals damage. 15 cards times 60% though. It's a lot of damage, eh? It's a lot of damage. 600, 900%. Okay. I mean, I've seen bigger numbers, but still, interesting to see how this will combo with the kit. So second skill, Designated Duty. When the battle starts, assign an objective to each of the 2 rearmost allies. Allies complete their objective by either dealing damage equal to 2000% of Ravion's initial attack, or assisting or defeating an enemy. Okay. Upon completion, the ally recovers energy and increase their attack by 12% of Ravion's initial attack for 30 seconds. In boss fights, each objective is set to be completed exactly 20 seconds after an ally receives it. So you will get the objective buff after 20 seconds. So you get a recovery in energy and the attack buff for 30 seconds. Okay, so can be a buffer for the team. Model Ace teleports behind an enemy with the highest cumulative damage dealt, reducing their attack and defense. Strike them 2 times and deal damage, knocking them down. Using Model Ace also reset Phantom Gambit's cooldown, while Ravion remains unaffected during Model Ace attack. Okay, so increase in level increases damage dealt as well as the buff. Phantom Gambit. Phantom Gambit is the 3rd skill. Okay. Model Ace he's unaffected when he uses his ultimate. Eh no. That's a Model Ace. Let me see. Oh no. So this is for the Designated Duty part. Okay, I got it wrong. I thought it was the ultimate. So he's unaffected when he's using this Q. Okay. And then he's able to debuff while providing a buff. Okay. So he's also unaffected in the ultimate class as well. So quite a fair bit of unaffected. Phantom Gambit teleports 3 times, each time targeting a tile within 3 tiles of his current position. The first 2 teleport targets the tile with the most enemies, dealing damage to all enemies within 1 tile upon arrival. The 3rd teleport moves Ravion to a tile within range that is furthest from enemies and is unaffected while using this skill. Okay. Teleporting skill. This unit has a whole bunch of teleporting in his kit. Hero Focus further increases the attack dealt. Shadow Patron, after Ravion uses his first Model Ace attack, he permanently increases haste by 25 and attack by 22% of his initial attack for himself. Okay, the thing about his buff is it's always something of his initial attack. So I'm not sure how well that will stack with all the other buffs, because like ideally you want to get like a buff on top of a buff, right? Ideally. But then, I mean, it could just be a wording thing. But like usually I think the buff could just be like a buff on top of the base stats of the unit. It's just that right now they just include the wording initial in the wording side. So that's that. Okay. So probably increases haste and attack for himself and any allies who have completed their objective. So the objective is going to auto-complete for the boss fight 20 seconds either way. So if you actually get a 2 unit buff with this one, 15% attack is not as big as Damon, but But the thing is, like, having it on 2 units might be better running a tri-core strategy, for example. Yeah, it could be a tri-core damage dealing strategy, or just buffing of like units that is attack reliant, like Ludovic, for example, Smokey, right? They can get more heals, get more damage out of their attack stats, for example. So that's that. And then further increase in level increases the stat line. When Ravion, an ally with their objective, takes a fatal blow, Lifesaver is triggered to prevent their defeat, granting a shield and 20-second life drain. If an ally triggers Lifesaver, they swap position with Ravion. If Ravion triggers Lifesaver, no position swap occurs, but the cooldown of Final Gambit is reset. Each unit can trigger Lifesaver 1 time per battle. Oh, sick! Sick! Wow! Hey, this is actually super good for PvP. So later on, if you increase the levels to level 4, you will get more boost. But I think at level 10 is actually really good as a support DPS. Utility DPS. Yeah, I think Ravion is an insanely good utility DPS. Because I'm not sure how much damage he can do. But I mean, we are at a very low level for our... Oh, Mirage Frostfight. Okay, but we are very low level on the Dreammill, so we're not going to use this as a gauge. What we're going to do here is we're going to use Ravion as a gauge in the AFK stage pushing side. Okay, so for this, we will use we'll use this combo, and then we put a Ravion. Let's see how this performs.
I suppose even I have to work.
Wait, objective is 2 rearmost allies, right? So we can buff out Iron here. Let's take a look at how much damage this unit can do and what he can do in battle. Oh, this unit is so flashy, by the way. Ooh, very nice animation. Oh, wait, isn't he? Oh, but the thing is, there's a terrain blocking him out. That's why he had to run to the unit itself. Okay, let's take a look at the damage numbers. Okay. I mean, Taz is not the most impressive damage-wise, and we are quite early in the stages. Let's see what he does again. Let's go. Okay. So this is normal attack, throwing the cuts at the opponent. This is the Phantom Gambit. No, that's not the Phantom Gambit, that's Tarsi. So that's Phantom Gambit, the one that he teleported to the back line. This is the ultimate. Pum, 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 pum. Okay, 15 cuts. And more importantly, there's actually an attack buff and a protection and a death protection. Yeah. This is interesting. This could actually be really sick for PvP though. Yeah, the ability for each of your okay, I mean, you can only give the objective to 2 allies, right? So technically, Ravion himself as well as the 2 allies. So that's that. But you can protect your core carry, and the core carry gets the attack buff that Ravion is able to provide. Okay, pretty interesting stuff. So that's pretty much it. Just a first look at this unit as well as a simple discussion for Ravion. I thought that he would actually be more of a buffer type character, but it seems like he's a little bit of buff and DPS, and his damage number is actually pretty impressive, provided he's able to buff himself as well. Right? Yeah, pretty impressive to be really fair. And there's a anti-death mechanic, so like I don't think he's gonna be like massive. Okay, wait, there's another unit I want to try. Okay, there's actually another unit I want to try. So this time around, let's do him with Zanny, for example, because I've always wanted to benchmark like Zanny's damage. So Zanny, I think we just put them together here. I want to see how this fares for Zanny. Okay, and then we throw in an Iron here. Because Zanny does a lot of damage, by the way. So this is just a benchmark. I kind of want to see his damage number. Flashy character, throwing cards, have protection, has buff. Okay. I got a feeling he's gonna be the most meta unit. I could be wrong. Look, oh my god, hey, he actually does a lot of burst damage. Okay, I mean, to be fair, who else does a lot of damage? Let me see. How about Belram? Okay, let us do a benchmark to Belram. Let's do a benchmark. But Belram will need team protection to actually do a lot of damage. Yeah, and Baron needs a long battle to do a lot of damage. Okay, oh, Shamira. Yes, I totally forgot about Shamira. Let's do a benchmark to Shamira, guys. Although I don't think Shamira's gonna be SOP this season, right? There's so many things I want to test, dude. Oh my god. Okay, I'll do more testing in the next few days. But right here, this is a benchmark of Shamira damage to Ravion. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, yeah, Shamira still does a lot more. So I don't think his damage is something that is going to be his shiny point. Unlike like the likes of Shamira, which is just a lot of damage when she gets off the ultimate. But the insta-kill prevention as well as the buff thing might be a signal that maybe Wilders are gonna start taking over the Dream Realm side, to be really honest. Okay, we shall see. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys again in the next unit first look. Bye guys.